All right, what's up, everybody? Sports in the Bay with Felicia and Eddrick. Felicia, how you doing?
Hey, doing good. What's up, y'all?
All right, let's get to it. Sports in the Bay, Felicia and Eddrick. Let's go. We
There we
are back.
go.
Hey, that was
There's
that. We back. We
there
are
we go.
back. We are back. How are you?
I am good. Just running on fumes from last night's game. Good Lord.
Oh, let's
We
get
got
into it.
at 1 o'clock.
Oof,
I
let's
got
get
home at
into it.
one.
Let's get into the Warriors situation.
Let's not.
Not a bad game last night. Well, they started. I mean, okay, it looked like it was going to be a complete blowout, right?
hmm
They came back and then they just faded. But what was the mood like in the building, with the fans and just in general? What's the atmosphere like over there right now?
Actually, it was like a slow start. People weren't in their seats until like mid to late in the first quarter. Maybe because of holiday traffic. I'm not sure, but
Mm,
they started getting loud in the third when they outscored them. They were leading at the end of the third quarter.
yeah,
So,
they went on a
it-
run.
yeah, they went on the run, but OKC showed why they are the current man. I'm telling you, they look like 2015 Warriors with those young legs.
They have no weakness.
I
No
can't
weakness.
even none,
Mm-mm. They
none.
rebound. They have killer instinct. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is just a killer. That down the stretch in that fourth quarter, every time they needed a basket, he went right to
Hey,
to
thank
that
you.
wing and nailed that little mid range.
And
Same thing.
everybody else did. It was and every time the Warriors scored, they would score. And they're
Telling you.
big and they're long. I mean, how many times are we going to talk about the Warriors being the smallest team, probably the smallest team in the NBA? I just don't. It still wrecks my mind why they never even tried to get Steven Adams. If they know something we don't know, I don't.
And that is kind of that is a question. Is that they've and this is not a new issue because last year
Mm-mm,
Looney was their top guy. I think they thought Quentin Post was going to be
mm,
a little bit more of a big man. He's tall, but he doesn't play like a big man
mm-mm,
around the rim. Meaning he gets bullied. He doesn't grab boards. Sometimes he gets pushed out of
mm-mm,
the way. He just doesn't
mm-mm.
have that strength or something around the basket.
Agreed.
Uh, but why you think why haven't they addressed such a glaring need?
That would be a Dunleavy question. The general manager. I really don't. I mean, they've got players playing two-way. They got Draymond at center. I mean, it's just the mismatches are it's boggling. I don't know. I just
Last night, a few times on the defensive end, and I don't know if it was just OKC was just that good offensively getting the switches, but
mm,
multiple times you had Moses Moody guarding the big guy for OKC. I'm blanking on his
uh
name.
I
The
can
tall
see it's
guy.
Chet
Yeah.
Holmgren.
Chet
Chet
Holmgren.
Holmgren.
I'm like, why
Mm,
is and Quentin Post is up top. Why is he not on Chet Holmgren?
thank
And
you.
they see the switch come and move. I mean, it was like,
So
yeah,
frustrating. And
yeah.
then you keep why is Pajinski in the game?
That is a big question. That is a
Okay.
huge question.
I was so mad. I'm like, why are you leaving him in when Seth Curry is on fire? Leave him in and sit his butt down.
Killing it.
He's
Killing it.
been he's been a killer. Pajinski's been a killer. Well, all season in my opinion. So
Right. Right. Is it
turnovers, missed free throws,
I mean, and like I said, you're
missed
in the building,
passes.
you're there, you feel what's going on. I'm just a fan. I'm not at practice, but I
hmm
would imagine there's got to be I mean, is he out playing people in practice? And
That's what I was wondering. I haven't made it to practice yet, but they got to see something we don't see.
something.
Or he doesn't
Something.
want Kerr doesn't want him to lose his confidence because he's a young player.
Because he's
No.
technically,
He's
Draymond
30.
runs the point when Steph's not in, or whatever. Draymond really runs the point, or Jimmy runs through Jimmy, or he's not
Mhm.
really a point guard. And the Warriors don't really have a system where they have quote unquote a point guard, right? I mean, they unlike some teams, they don't have Steph's. Steph's really a combo guard. I mean, he
Mhm.
really does a little bit of both, running off screens and stuff like that. Draymond runs the offense. He's not a guard. Uh,
Mhm.
so they really don't have a point guard. But I would imagine the rookie Will Richard, or
Oh, that's good. I
he
love
could
him.
play. He could play.
Yeah, that
I
kid.
don't I don't I don't understand. But I'm not in there. I don't know.
I
Um,
don't know. I said, do he got some dirt on somebody? What's going on? I mean, they just left him in the game, and I'm texting Jamari, my nephew, and I'm like, he's like, Auntie, I can't call it. Like, what? Why is he in the game? And he
I,
thinks he's Steph Curry when he tries to do that little follow through.
right,
And
right,
I'm like, you're
right.
not. He made one last night though.
He did.
He
He did.
did, and I was
He
like,
did.
oh,
I
but
mean, it's not like he did. I mean, he's a talented player. He can play in the league, right?
uh
Obviously, he's
huh. Oh yeah,
is he a
yeah.
starter? And is that going back to your original point? Is that an indictment on Dunleavy where you can't go out and find someone who's consistent, a veteran, whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. It's because they started out. Remember that they started out the season really good. They started out on fire,
It like they had got their identity, and then it's like they lost it.
and
And then when Steph's out,
yeah,
he
yeah,
truly the leader and the before we remember the times when Mike Brown and even Luke Walton were coaching. We had such a good bench
right, right,
and could
yeah,
continue winning, but these guys aren't touching the ball enough, so they're out there. Trace Jackson Davis is he's got an injury. I'm not sure how bad it is, but they're all everyone in the league is beat up, but
yeah, yeah.
you
And the
know,
schedule's been brutal. They have had a really
yes,
a
yes,
terrible schedule. I think they've done 5 or 6 back to backs already,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is
Draymond was
crazy.
saying that. Yeah, he was saying
Yeah.
that it sucks because his wife is due any day,
Oh wow.
and he says, but it's his job,
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
on this road trip, this
Yeah.
current road trip. Yeah,
Now I know why you guys were so late because that was an 8 o'clock start last night, right?
it's an 8 o'clock tip
Because
off.
the game was on Peacock. Yeah, because I have
Right.
to with Amazon and Peacock. Sometimes I got to go find games where they
I
are.
know, I know. I'm still trying
Terrible
to get used to that.
because I have YouTube TV, right? So I can't program.
Same, same
Uh, I
here.
I can't program Peacock to just tape automatically.
Mm-hmm.
I can't program Amazon. And Amazon's interface for all of their sports is just terrible. If you watch it and try to fast forward, it's awful. But but that's why I was so late. It dawned on me, yeah, it's an 8 o'clock game last night. That's what's
Eight,
going on.
miserable,
Wow.
miserable. I was like, oh my God. I thought I was going to get home at 2, but it was 1.
Mm,
just an hour less, but takes a lot out of you.
yeah. Yeah.
Television timeouts and
Yeah, I mean, I like Peacock's presentation. I like NBC. I like it's back on NBC, but it's just hard to
hmm
find because they have games on Monday nights too.
see, I
NBC,
did.
I think, but nobody's watching because of Monday Night Football, right? At least
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. So, but anyway,
Mm-hmm.
back to the Dubs. Seth Curry had a pretty good game, and we've got you got some sound from him last night.
Yeah.
Um, he just came out of nowhere. I walked off the street.
Man, what? The man ain't played since April and came in there like, what?
Right,
Taking
right,
over where my brother left off.
exactly. You want to see that sound from him right now?
Yeah.
Let me play that.
Felt natural. I was a little nervous. I didn't know how I would feel when I got out there. Just like I said, I had probably been 7, 8 months since I played a game. Um, but what's like I said, once I got up and down a couple of times, it was basketball, and I mean nothing new. Team, we found a way to play offensively that would help everybody out, and especially without Jimmy out there, we figured some stuff out. to get some good offense, some good shots, and we just couldn't close it out tonight.
Seth, what?
Felt normal, felt
Yeah.
natural.
That pretty much summed it up. Um,
Man, confident,
yeah.
pure
Yeah.
shooter, like
Pure
his
shooter.
daddy.
Runs in the family.
I was, yeah.
He can shoot that basketball. But
Yeah.
you had some very well, let me back up. Jimmy Butler had some very interesting comments a couple days ago about the Warriors. I know you saw, and Jimmy's hurt. He left the game yesterday with I think a knee or something last night. But he made some comments, and and I was told you, I don't want to tell you. I want you to be surprised when I say what I'm going to say. So, Jimmy said he was talking about we don't box out, we don't go up the scouting report, we let anybody do whatever they want, open shots, getting into the paint, free throws. It's just sad. He then said a lot of our hustle is dictated. Now, listen very carefully. A lot of our hustle is dictated by our offense. When we're making shots, oh man, we're celebrating, we're cheering, doing all those things. When we're not, when the game's not going our way, we put our head down and we mope and we don't box out and we don't get back. We foul, we do all the bad things. Everybody thought he was talking about Podzinski, right? What if he was talking about Steph?
Well, I thought about it could be Steph, and then I said no, because Steph doesn't hold his head down
Let
when
me
they're
read it
losing.
again. Let me read it
Okay.
again. When we're making shots, oh man, we're celebrating, we're cheering, doing all those things. Now, when Stephen, when we're not, when the game's not going our way, and on defense, Steph will foul on occasion. Sometimes he doesn't box out. He's not always in the right spot defensively. And Steph's a Hall of Famer 6 times over. I'm just when I read it, I was like,
Oh boy.
hmm.
If he wants this fan base to turn on him,
It's just a question. It's probably just pure rampant speculation. But I started.
I think it's Podzinski.
Okay.
Because the other night, let's see, I wasn't at C's game. It would have been Friday's game, and they asked him, Jimmy, about taking care of the ball, and he said, no. He said we don't take care of the ball. Then when Pod came to the presser, they asked him about it, and he went against Jimmy. And I've never heard like a player do that to another player. Well, I don't believe that's true. I believe we take care of the ball. Usually they structure it. They structure it in a different way.
Correct.
Not to just like totally flat out disagree with their teammate.
Yeah. But the answer is, oh yeah, I understand Jimmy's frustration. We're all frustrated. I mean, that's the spin that normally an athlete would say. Because Jimmy and Draymond are aligned in some respects with some of their comments. But I'm gonna just think of the shimmy, okay? I'm gonna read this one more time. You think of the shimmy.
Oh God!
When we're making shots, oh man, we're celebrating, we're cheering, we're doing all those things. When we're not, when the game's not going our way, we put our head down, we mope, we don't box out, we don't get back, we foul, we do all the bad things. Now, that's predicated on him saying, we let anybody do whatever they want. Open shots, get in the paint, free throws, it's just sad. So, I'm maybe I'm just a frustrated Warriors fan, but I read that again. I was like,
God, when you read it out loud, it sounds bad. Sounds like Steph. Sounds like Steph when you read it out loud, because all shimmying and all those things. And think about, okay, well, what does Pod really do? I haven't seen him really do anything.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen him be overly demonstrative. I I think he plays with fire. I mean, he's an intense player. And I have seen Steve Kerr call timeouts and get on him, especially on the defensive end. I've seen that, right?
Yeah.
But to be fair, there are times if there's a turnover in the backcourt or something,
You are so right.
you know, and Jimmy, like you say, obviously Jimmy's smart enough. He wouldn't put a name to it because he's
Mm-hmm.
too sophisticated and too much of a veteran for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I'd just throw that at you and say, makes you think.
Things that make you go, hmm.
So
And maybe he's saying it to, Steph needs a fire lit under him from time to time too.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
he's not perfect. He's not without, criticizing. So,
yeah. And we're not here trying to start. I'm not trying to start anything. I was like, ooh, because it leapt off the page when I
mm-hmm.
thought there's a lot of celebrating and stuff.
That's true. Steph does a lot that on the floor.
When the shots are falling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
We won't go there. We already went, but we'll pull back.
This is true.
We'll pull back. But let's talk about Jimmy because there's some rumblings and people are starting to write. Is Jimmy getting back into the pattern of leaving a trail of, burning down a house on the way out? I mean, is he do you think they trade him? Do you think he's frustrated? Do you think he might want out? He didn't sign up for this. I mean, what's your take on the mood over there with Jimmy, maybe?
Well, he hasn't been coming to the pressers. He's been giving interviews at his locker. And since I'm not a beat writer, since COVID, they've restricted the other writers and media people from going in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
But it's my understanding. Well, I've seen it. I've seen the clips of him. He seems really frustrated. Even his, energy on the court isn't what it was before. It just seems like Buddy Hield did good last night, but it just seems like he and Buddy Hield, especially Hield, it really hit a wall.
Yeah.
And but we've never seen this side of him here, so I'm not sure if it's just everyone, because Draymond is frustrated too.
Yep.
If this is just going to be something that passes, or we'll see if they start winning. If he's still acting this way, kind of like how KD did, then
yeah,
we know that this turnaround was quicker than any other he's ever had.
Yeah, yeah, and it makes you wonder what. I mean, I don't know if you're like me, but I'm just tired of all the speculation about what they're going to do with Kuminga. Either trade him or
come on, man.
It's enough of the speculation. There was some talk about moving him and I think Moody for Sabonis out of Sac.
Mm.
I don't know if I'd give up Moody.
I wouldn't give up Moody.
I don't know who else they would take though, but I could see Sabonis at least filling some of that big man role we've been talking about. At least he's a bigger body. He's got some size. He's got some skills around the basket. Maybe they probably wouldn't take Quentin Post because they, probably wouldn't take him. But I could see, no shade. I know
it's no shade. I know what you're saying.
A long time Warrior fan, just venting. But yeah, I think he would be a Steve Kerr type of player that he could run. You could run the offense through him. He's got but Kuminga is they just don't trust that dude. They just,
I don't know what he did or what they see, or if he's not Dunleavy's favorite. I definitely can see Dunleavy signing a guy like Sabonis.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Kuminga, did he play in the fourth quarter last night? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, if he did, it was only a couple of minutes.
I have my stat sheet in front of me.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No. So I don't see it getting any better. It's obvious that
Hmm.
because they lost to the Rockets without KD, right? Couple like last
And
Friday. Was that
Steve
last Friday?
and the big guy
Oh
on
yeah,
the
Steven
Stephen
Adams.
Adams
Steven
too.
Adams.
Hmm.
So I don't see it getting. I don't see them turning it around and like running on like a 10 out of 12 or
Mm-mm.
12 out of 15 with the way the team is currently constituted. And I just think they're, again, a fan. I just think they need some size because they're just small. They're just a
Thank
small
you.
team.
I'm
So
just tired of the jacking up of, relying on 3-pointers. It's like we need somebody that's going to get in the inside and looking at their ball passing, OKC, they just have just right under the bucket. Wow.
yep,
And it's like we don't have that. And when it does happen every now and again, we're excited about it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's we just don't match up with the ones with the long arms. Just it
no,
ain't and the height. It's not working. But you talked
mm-mm.
about wins. Let's talk about OKC, one loss. So it was pretty impressive that the Warriors did. I mean, they were down by as much as 22 at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They
So,
came back, and that was pretty much the bench, right? And that was after
yeah, that
Jimmy
was a
left.
bit.
Was that after Jimmy left?
Jimmy left at the beginning. At the end of the minute left or so in the third, and then he came back, and then he didn't play the second half.
Yeah, there's
Maybe it was like 2 minutes.
oh yeah, it looks like DeAnthony Melton might come back Thursday. Because last year when he was balling, they were really good defensively. Before he
Yeah,
got hurt, they were locking
they
people
really
up.
were. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's the hope. The hope is that they get healthy, get Steph back. Maybe DeAnthony Melton can come in, but I think somebody's minutes are going to get cut. Obviously,
All right. Right.
you know, maybe it's Pods. I mean, who knows? But yeah, they got to do something different over there because
Hopefully.
yeah, because if you look at the West, the Lakers are playing pretty well.
Yeah.
OKC, you got the Rockets, Denver
Mm-hmm.
mowing
Mm-hmm.
people down. So
Mm-hmm.
um, they
Warriors
are
are in the eighth place
eighth spot right
right
now,
now.
which
Mm-hmm.
is playing right.
Mm-hmm.
So
11 and 11.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so
But Draymond said last night that someone asked him about DeAnthony Melton. And he said, I'm really glad he said this. He mentioned, oh my God, his name just lost. He mentioned, what's the brother? He's African, or maybe, and he used to wear his hair in Atlanta. He used to wear a high top that was blonde. And he was with
that
us
was
briefly.
yeah, you're right. He's
Oh
like
gosh.
yeah, I know you're talking about. Oh man, he's German.
He's German.
Yeah,
German
that is
African.
crazy. We were just talking about senior moments when we came on the show. So
Y'all, senior moments.
senior moment right now.
Take your Ginkgoba.
Yeah,
Ginkgo Ginkgoba.
Because he's
I
in
can see.
Sacramento right now.
I keep wanting to say
I'm gonna look him
Sabonis.
up.
I could see his face. But Draymond was saying how he got a bad break here and that we were depending on him to bail us out.
Dennis
What's his
Schrader.
name?
Dennis Schrader. Yep.
Thank
But you
you.
say he was dependent on
Yeah, we depended on him so much and he got a bad break. He didn't really get to tap into his potential while he was here. And he doesn't want that kind of, he said he doesn't want to put that kind of pressure on DeAnthony,
yeah,
us thinking, what, when DeAnthony Melton comes back, we'll start winning.
yeah.
He said that's not fair. That's just what I
That's a
love. When
good point.
Draymond
Yeah,
talks, he is
yeah.
a basketball savant, I
That's a
swear.
good point. Yeah, that's I
Yeah.
mean, that's true. He's got a good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a
I'm
very
gonna
good point.
my man Mr. Bostic has a good comment, and so that's kind of a good segue for us because we had talked about what's going on with Chris Paul out there. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord! But did we want to talk about
Oh,
the soundbite from Draymond talking about whether or not OKC can go
oh,
72?
I
Did,
don't
did you
have
get
that.
that?
No, no, I don't have
Okay,
that.
that's
I
okay.
don't have
We
that.
can
I don't have that.
we can go on with Mr. Bostic's question.
Yeah. So I mean, are you hearing anything? I mean, but let's set the stage. So Chris Paul, future Hall of Famer. Clippers are 5-16, and they pretty much said, "Peace. We don't want you here anymore. So we are letting you go on the road." Wasn't even at home; they were on the road.
They were in Atlanta.
Yeah, and so he said on Instagram, "quote Just found out I'm being sent home with no other details." He said that on Instagram. The Clippers statement said Wednesday morning, "We're parting ways with Chris. He would no longer be with the team." The president said, Lawrence Frank said, "We will work with him on the next step of his career." Blah 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 blah. No one is blaming Chris for our underperformance. I accept responsibility. Da, da, da. We're grateful for Chris. Shocking.
Shocking for Chris, from what I understand.
Hmm.
He went in to meet with them and wasn't expecting goodbye, but he's been, I guess, bumping heads with Tyronn Lue. For Lue hadn't been speaking to him at all for whatever reason. A lot of, I don't know. Lou knows how Chris Paul is. Everyone knows how Chris Paul is. I mean, I got a taste of it when he was with the Warriors, and a beat writer just started talking to him, and Chris was like, hello, my name is Chris. And you know where we come from,
Yeah.
how our fathers were, how my father was. I loved it. I loved that he corrected the guy. But, these, and I can't say these new players don't want to hear it because they're the oldest team in the NBA. So
Right.
they
Right.
should be. What was it that rubbed them the wrong way to make them be like, you gotta go? And this is supposed to be his farewell season.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to a future Hall of Famer? He's won all these awards, and you treat him like this. On NBA Today, they were furious about it. They were all in concert about how, is this how you treat, a future
Yeah.
NBA Hall of Famer? And I think it's trash.
Yeah. Yeah. It's again, at this stage of his career, most players get that affection, that warmth, that
Mm,
hey, he's on he because he had already announced his retirement, right? He had
mm-hmm,
publicly announced I'm retiring, so this was it.
mm-hmm.
Um, so when a player like that usually does that, then you think like Kareem, people like that, they're usually not as productive as they used to be, obviously.
Obviously.
So you didn't sign him to to play 38 minutes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I did watch Gil's Arena today, and they were going at it
Oh,
and Kenyon Martin had a good take. He was saying that when you are a player like that and you get to that stage of your career, you really don't have the authority to openly and go after people and criticize people. He said his own example was when
wow.
he said, when I was in Denver, and you can go and watch it. It was really a fascinating quote. He said, when I was in Denver, I was that guy in people's face, criticizing
Mm-hmm.
the owners, criticizing the GM, putting people down, saying you this and you that. He said, but when
Mm-hmm.
I got to New York on my last legs, I was silent. It wasn't my role because I couldn't go
Mm-hmm.
out there and do what I used to do. So I sat there, took my check, and let the other young guy out there, I forget who you said, will go out and be that guy. He said, I knew better. And that's, I think, more of the typical veteran take, which is,
Mm.
you fall back a little bit. You pull young men to the side. You don't, but and who knows? Like I say, we're just people talking in the cloud, right? I'm not there,
Mm-hmm.
but I would imagine that could rub people the wrong way, especially
Mm-hmm.
because, like you said, that I don't I don't know how bad it is, but I just know that as you know, there's been talk of Chris Paul's, he's not the most fun teammate to be around, and there's some people who have not necessarily come out and said it, but they don't want to play with him and this and that. which is fine. He's a Hall of Fame player. You give him the man his due. He's going to the Hall of
Hands
Fame.
down. Hands
One of the
down.
best ever. Right. So whatever he was or is, who that's not for me to judge. It's just that's what people's there's talk out there. There's people openly saying it. They talked about it on Gil's Arena today. So when you don't have, maybe you haven't banked goodwill or something. I don't know, but they just like flushed. I mean, let's just call it what it was. It's just.
I mean, you saying that, and then I'm thinking of Andre Iguodala. They still listen to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, he's the only one that could reach Draymond. So they still respect him. We know Andre was on one leg, literally, his final year with the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And, he still had a voice. If maybe Chris had never left the Clippers and he was still there from the Matt Barnes years when they were Lob City.
Yeah.
Would there be more respect then? Or is it because it's new ownership? Because he was a part of Sterling as well.
Right.
So, but I know in dealing with him when he was with Houston, I didn't like him. When he would come to the pressers, he was a smart ass. Excuse me. Hopefully I don't get striked for that. But, I would hear him say things under a hot mic. And I was like, I don't think I like you. But then I had heard some things about how much he did when he was in New Orleans, how much he did for the community.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that kind of softened me. But then when, I heard him check that beat writer who didn't even like say hello to him, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I get that. I like that. So, but he was, remember he would be so nasty to Steph even.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how he would do some things.
Yeah. It's just, like I said, a veteran of his status, you just don't. Usually, in that situation, the veteran would go to the manager and go, look, I can't do it no more. You put somebody else in here, bring a young guy in, this and that. I don't know if I've seen a high profile veteran like him get this kind of treatment. I don't think I've ever seen this.
Well, Michael Jordan, remember how Calbert Cheaney and all the rest of the guys, they weren't trying to hear him in Washington.
Yeah, that's true.
As Jordan.
Right.
They were like, get out of here with that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But he was still like, wasn't he still averaging like 17 a game when he left?
He was still.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like
he was still on the stat sheet.
He was hovering a little. He wasn't flying. He was kind of hovering a little bit, but he was still getting his points. But yeah. So I and chances are, I mean, it's pretty much. I don't know if anybody picks him. There was some, I forget who reported it. I should have had it source, but there was a report that maybe there was, OKC was kind of like, there were people thinking maybe he goes to OKC and he can get his ring, but they don't want it. They got their chemistry is where
go back to because he was in OKC for a little pit stop. Maybe go back in Houston, use him. No, because they
well, remember now Houston lost Fred VanVleet. They lost their starting point guard.
How long is he out?
He went out. He right before the season. He tore his knee. I believe he went out with a knee injury right before the season started.
I missed that.
But the challenge there is how many minutes he's going to play, because that is, I mean, can he still be that? Can he still guard these young bucks out there right now? Especially at the one. These speedy guys. I mean, what's he going to do with people like when you name anybody who's in the in the West, they got some guards that can just light you up. And so I don't know. I don't think it tarnishes his legacy. And I still think, my own opinion, I still think he got one of the dirtiest deals ever by the NBA when they didn't let that trade to the Lakers go through.
Thank you.
I still think for whatever reason they did that to keep the
David
value of
Stern.
to keep the value of the Hornets at the time. I think was it the Hornets he was with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if they traded
New
him, then
Orleans
Maya,
Hornets.
right, because bring him back to North Carolina. Huh? Yeah, because they traded Chris Paul, the value of that franchise would have gone down. So that's and the NBA was in like receivership or something. The NBA had taken over that group. So they didn't. Yeah, that was dirty. That was dirty.
That was dirty. That's
So
why they didn't mourn. If you notice, nobody mourned David Stern's passing.
no,
Like players didn't. It was just like no one ever really acknowledged the fact that he had passed on.
yeah, yeah,
He was a hard nose.
he was about that dollar,
Mm-hmm.
all about that dollar.
Yeah, he can go
So,
back home. You
yeah,
guys can celebrate him, Tony.
yeah. Well, I mean, he does deserve to be celebrated. He's that
Mm-hmm.
caliber of impact player. I mean, he was one of the best to ever do it,
Mm-hmm.
hands down. But he must have blew up a bridge or two or something.
Ooh, he must have said something. Players were probably complaining like it had become too much.
And you're right, because that's a veteran. They got Kawhi Leonard. They got. Let me look at them. Let me pull up their roster.
Exactly.
Let me
Exactly.
pull up their roster. Because they have some veterans on there. Let's see. Well, Bradley Beal is hurt. They got Bradley Beal, James
He's
Harden,
always
Kawhi Leonard, Derek Jones, Kobe Sanders, Chris Dunn is a veteran, Bogdanovich is a veteran, Brooke Lopez is a veteran.
mm-hmm.
They got some youngsters, some young bucks too. John Collins is on that team.
Okay.
Zubac is on that team.
Mm.
Nicholas Batum, 17 years, is on that team.
Ew.
So they've got some serious veterans on this team, and so you wonder they would have had to gone to like at least maybe a Kawhi or James Harden. Go look, we're thinking about doing this. What you think? Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It
He
was just
played with
shocking.
Harden in Houston,
That's right. That's
so
right.
I wonder if it was him.
Yeah.
He said, "I can't take this no more."
Or maybe they went to Kawhi. He didn't say nothing. He just looked at
Maybe he did that real weird laugh that he has.
it was like Chris who?
Mm.
So I don't know. I I could see him possibly maybe making a move to the TV studio or those guest appearances or being on a panel up there on the NBA Today or something like that. Just because I think he still has a role for in the NBA. But I don't think anybody else going to. I would be surprised if somebody else picked him up at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know. Yeah. Well, you never know. Second half of the season, they can't let him go out like this. They can't,
Yeah,
Edrick, because it's going to be a lot of. I mean, people are not happy about how they did him.
I know. I know.
I think somebody will pick him up
Yeah,
because people don't respect the Clippers. I mean,
not at
they're
all.
the redheaded stepchild to the Lakers and always will be.
Yep. Yep. They just built
And
a brand new arena too.
it's supposed to be so much this year. I didn't even realize that they were, down so second to last or third to last.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
They're
was like, what? 5 wins?
5 and 16.
Mm, mm, mm.
So and with James Harden is who knows. I mean, I'm gonna look at their roster. I'm gonna look at their salary. Maybe maybe we're not looking at the right thing. I don't know what Chris Paul was making. Let's see. Clippers
Oh,
payroll.
yeah.
Take a look, maybe. So Kawhi is at 50 million. Harden is at 39. John Collins at 26. Zubac 18. Bogdanovich 16. Derek Jones 10. So Chris Paul, only right in their world, was making about 2.3 million at 40
Oh,
years
okay.
old. So he was second to the
Okay.
last highest pay, second to the lowest paid player on the team. But yeah, so man, but Kawhi Leonard's on the books for 50 this year, 50 next year. James Harden, 39 this year, 42 next year.
Ooh,
Oh, it's a player option with Harden, so he might bounce.
Mm.
Um,
that's all him and KD do is bounce from team to team.
yeah,
If Stern
yeah,
was still the commissioner, that would not happen.
yeah, yeah.
Not happen.
So a lot going on in the NBA. Warriors, you know. You wanna let's see. We got some other stuff to get to before we
Look,
get up out of here. We got some stuff. Let's see. Let's go to
please.
let's talk about Marshall Falk maybe
Oh,
before
good.
we get to I know we want to talk about
I was hoping
the
my
team.
path about Raiders. I'm like,
Yeah, one of the teams in the best division in football. I'm just saying. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But Marshall Falk is now the coach of Southern
yeah.
University. Shout out to Sandra Varner, because we were just talking about that. We had our team meeting today at Varner PR
Oh,
yesterday,
yeah.
and she's a Southern University grad, and she was all
Okay.
excited, yeah,
I
about
bet
Marshall
she
Falk. So
was. Are
yeah,
they the Cougars? What are
I
they?
believe so. Let's see.
Tony, what are they? You're in the South. Tell us. I think they're the Cougars. Southern. Oh, anyways.
They are the Jaguars. The Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Yep.
So he's going back home. I believe he's from that area. He's from. Good for him. He was a running backs coach for Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
Deion Sanders, and this has been a way for a lot of the veterans to get a pipeline into coaching.
Yeah.
Deion has been a great springboard. I mean, I know I want to give Eddie George all the credit because he was one of the first,
Right. Right.
and he doesn't get the credit he deserves. But the tree is growing. We're
Yeah.
getting more former from Deshaun Jackson to Michael
Yep.
Vick. What's he was a cornerback this for the Ravens, and he was supposed to be at Bethune
Ed
and
Reed.
Reed.
Ed
Isn't
Reed.
Reed coaching somebody?
Yeah, I think they let him go, I believe.
No, they let him go, but I thought he
Yeah.
was coaching with somebody. Oh, he might be with Deion. I think he's with
Yeah.
Deion now.
I know Warren Sapp was with Deion too, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, he is. And so is I can't think of nobody tonight. Ray Lewis.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Lewis was.
Yeah. It's good to see those. Yeah, because one, he brings a name. Marshall Falk, one of the best players, definitely one of the best players in NFL history. Knows offense, can probably knows defense, and it's important to have those kind of names to recruit, and so yeah, it's a good. I think it'd be a good fit for them, and
he's got 2 Super Bowl rings, right?
Yeah, yep, yep, and yeah, he was good. He was really good. So shout out
Greatest show on turf.
Yeah, shout out to him. Let me just see if they pull up any. I don't know if I don't know what they're paying him. That's always a question. But they were 2-10 this year, but they beat Grambling Saturday. They beat Grambling, so
yeah, they did.
So yeah,
they get up. They get up for that game.
Exactly. Exactly. He finished his career with 12,279 yards, 100 touchdowns, and went to Hall of Fame. Man, he went to the Hall of Fame in 2011.
Sheesh.
Wow.
He's been out that because you got to be out 5 years. Dang, he's been out that long.
Yeah, he's 52.
Wow. When did he catch up with us?
Yeah, he won the NFL MVP in 2000. So
yeah, that sounds about right.
That's a quarter of a century ago.
Come on. Please don't say it like that.
Ooh, man.
Ooh.
Wow, the time is sprinting.
Man.
Running through the tape.
Knocking on that door.
Man.
Never.
So shout out to Marshall Falk.
Crazy.
And then there was a baseball camp too. We
yeah.
let me pull up that one.
And I just got a text from him as well. Daniel Johnson, who is a Jesse Bethel graduate in Vallejo. He spent some of last season with the Giants, and he's currently on the Orioles. He's holding a free camp for kids. So if you have a child that's interested, ages, what is it, 5 to 13. It doesn't say if it's just for boys or not. So I would say contact them on the QR code that's on the screen. But yeah, Daniel is the son of a childhood friend of mine who's also celebrating a birthday today. And hopefully we can have him on the show next week to talk about the camp because he's also looking for coaches as well. So if you know of
Okay.
any coaches, please spread the word so they can come out and help this free camp for kids at Vallejo High School from 11 to 2,
That's good. That's definitely,
December 13th.
and yeah, and baseball is needed, and it's a wonderful game, and
Yes, it's needed.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
yeah, right on for coming back to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out. Do you want to switch to the NFL now? So let's talk about the Niners. Let's talk about the teams that are doing well, the teams that aren't doing well. Kansas City holding on and probably not going to. I mean, this is their week.
That gives me a lot of joy.
Man,
that gives me so much joy.
And they have the Texans this week.
Oh, that defense
They
gonna
are
eat them up.
ferocious.
Man, what?
Defense.
Shh.
Yeah.
They gonna eat them up.
Kansas City and shout out to D'Amico Ryans because they started out a little. They weren't as strong. They lost C.J. Stroud for a couple of weeks, but they have come on. And
man, they turned on the right time, didn't they?
Woo. Yeah. They're winning games. That defense is it's fun to watch. I mean, if you're a fan of the NFL and you just like watching football, that defense, man, they're relentless.
Dogs. When they say DAWGS, dogs.
Relentless. So
dogs.
I say it like this. I bet Mahomes runs out of bounds in this game.
Hey, look, he won't be doing that little slide.
No, not in this game. Because remember, they got Al Shazier, the former 49ers, part of that defense. So he was ferocious. So yeah, Kansas City fighting for their life. Buffalo fighting for their life.
Isn't that something?
It's like what
Philly
happened?
too. Philly,
they're on the downward trend. I don't even know if I can get the words out of my mouth, especially wearing what I'm wearing. But the Cowboys are doing all right. They're starting to put some wins together. You can't hate when they're winning.
I can. I just don't like the owner, and I don't like when my cousins talk smack. But
right.
Tony's a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
Bostic is a. Yeah. Lives in North Carolina, but he's a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, but you gotta shout them out.
They look
shout them out. They look good. Yeah. So
when they do good, the league does well.
Exactly. And but the Niners, man, to be where they are with all the injuries, they have Titans next week. They don't play this week. They finally have their bye week. And shout out to the NFC West. 3 teams with 9 wins. Seattle, the Rams, and the Niners.
Yeah, Seattle's a sleeper.
Yeah, defensively they're pretty good. So it's just been so the NFL. I don't know how they got the schedules right this year. It seems like every week it's a really good matchups.
Crazy.
Yeah, really good timely games, and like I said, I'm really interested in that Kansas City Texans game. But forget all that. Scratch the record. We got to talk about Mike Tomlin. Whew. There are people openly saying he has to go.
No.
Yeah. Roethlisberger kind of said it. The linebacker, I can't. James, the linebacker from the old school linebacker that they had back in the day. Anyway, he's kind of saying it. He's been there 19 years, something like that.
Long time. Longest tenured Steelers coach.
Yeah. Yeah, and has more wins. And I think one time I came on here and I was telling you how many more wins of some of these classic coaches we
Right.
have.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Uh,
were talking
gets
about that.
gets no. They don't talk about that. So, but it always ends, right? It always ends, and
Mhm.
no coach can stay somewhere forever. I
It
think he's earned
ended
the
for
right. He's earned the right to end it on his terms. You know,
Mhm.
um, and
Do you think it's because of Aaron Rodgers?
you took the words out of my mouth. I was just gonna say when you pin your hopes on a guy,
Mm.
and I've said this on here before, and this was when you think about it, it's just the reality. The last time Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl, Jordan Love was 8 years old. Okay, let me say that again. Last time Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl, Jordan Love, the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, was 8 years old. So, yeah, and he's
Mm.
pointing fingers. I don't know the man. Obviously, I just see him on TV playing football. But there's something about when things don't go right.
Mhm.
There's a certain mindset of it's everybody else's fault,
Mhm.
and that just bothers me.
Mhm.
That just bothers me.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, I hear you, man. I everybody wants to be a star. I hear you.
Wait a minute. What you talking about?
I think so. Supposed to be or I think it's I'm assuming he's talking about the Cowboys. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, the star.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
hush.
yeah.
Oh,
Right on,
hush.
man. Right on. It's all love.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Respect.
Pittsburgh, and the Ravens were 1-5,
What is going
and
on with the Ravens?
but they're playing for the division lead this week. They're playing for the lead in the division. Whoever
Oh,
wins
that's
this game
a
this
weak
weekend,
division.
yeah, whoever wins this game between Baltimore and Pittsburgh will be the leading in the division. So they still have a chance. They start out 1-5, and now they're 6-6. Pittsburgh's 6-6.
Ooh,
So if they win, the Ravens will be in first place.
I think
Oh,
Lamar. We were talking. My nephew-in-law and I were talking about that. He was like, "Yeah, I think Lamar just need. I think he ready to go. He just
mm,
needs to come to the Raiders." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I would love that, but eh,
it
they
could
got
happen.
more problems.
Yeah,
They got more
yeah,
problems than this."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What is? I don't know if I thought the Raiders would be a playoff team per se, but they're just not even competitive at this point.
I
Uh,
could get out there and
yeah,
it's,
it's
it's
they're just not
humiliating.
competitive. I mean, what 2-10?
And Pete
Yeah.
Carroll's still talking like they're doing good. There's some good things that we did. Number
Well,
98 can't do it all. Okay.
no,
Matt
no.
Crosby can't do it all. That's the only bright light in my eyes.
Yeah, yeah. I was hoping before the trade deadline that he would, they would bring him over to our side, but
Woo,
uh,
woo.
it didn't happen. But because there was some speculation, I was like, yeah, we'd have loved that.
Lord have
Having him come out
mercy.
there.
It would be
Uh,
over.
it didn't
It would be
happen.
over.
But yeah,
It
the
doesn't
Raiders
mean it
are.
can't happen though.
That's true. That's true.
Don't mean it can't happen.
Ooh, the Raiders get Denver this week. Denver's
Woo-hoo.
10-2, and the Raiders are 2-10.
Pat,
So
Pat. When the last time they beat Denver?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
And they're playing them at home, I think.
I
I
think
think they're
so.
playing. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Let's see. It's not showing. Well, that's the last time the Broncos beat the Raiders. Last time Raiders beat the Broncos. Oh, well, I guess it's been a minute since they're. Hold on. It keeps everything comes up says last time the Raiders beat the Broncos, but we it was 2004 2024. So they beat them last year.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they beat them
And
last year.
did it say if they played them at home? They beat them at home or on the road?
It didn't say. Let me
Let me
pull it up
see.
and see. It was It was at
Yeah, it was home. No,
yeah.
wait, hold up.
Oh, that's not right.
November, no, it's not. November 24, 2024, 29-19 Broncos. But it,
Yeah. Hold on. Let me go back.
uh,
January 7th, 2024.
okay.
That's not right. Is that right? I don't know if that's right. Can't read it. Can't believe everything you read on the internet. So you gotta be careful.
No, not anymore. You can't.
You gotta fact check, and we humbly admit that.
Yes,
But
unfortunately.
be that as it may,
This is really different for me.
they're going to have a time with the Broncos. So
Mm.
yeah,
And the Broncos looking good.
they're
That
winning.
quarterback,
They're winning on the road. They're winning tight games. Defense
boy.
is they got there's what, how many ex 49ers?
I
Hufanga.
don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, they
Greenlaw.
got Mofongo?
Yeah, they got him. Jay Greenlaw is a 49 ex
I
49er.
remember Greenlaw.
Mike McGlinchey, the lineman, played with the Niners.
Mhm.
So yeah, they got a couple of ex 49ers back there. Because that
Do they
game they
have an
played the other night.
ex-Niner coordinator up there or something?
I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know.
I'm gonna
But
look into that.
oh, and DJ Jones, the lineman, he was playing with the 49ers too. So they got, I think it's four
Jeez.
ex 49ers on that defense.
Okay.
Playing, in some capacity. So so yeah, it's the NFL's just killing it this year. And the game tomorrow night, another big game. Dallas and Detroit. Dallas 6-5-1, Detroit 7-5. So whoever loses this is probably going to be knocked out in the playoff.
Ooh.
For the most part. And
Is that
Detroit,
in
another team
Dallas?
that is in Detroit. No, it's in Detroit.
Okay.
It's in Detroit.
Hmm.
Yeah, strange. It's gonna be a good matchup.
I can't wait for that. Oh, I can't wait.
Good matchup. So yeah, good game.
I'm
But it's
on Detroit.
only problem is on Amazon, and Amazon Prime.
And that's streaming.
Get it together. Get the interface together because what happens is when you watch a football game, usually I sometimes I like to watch it. I start a little late so I can fast forward a little bit.
Yep.
But you can't see the action as you fast forward. So when you come back from a commercial, or whatever, so you got to count 2 minutes exactly. Otherwise, you go too far. It's just
Horrible.
The interface is terrible. The pre-game is way too long.
Way too long. Way too long.
It's just not entertaining to me. Others might find it. I just think there's no compelling reason for me to watch the pregame, right? So I don't. It's yeah. So they got to step their game up a little bit. If you're going to be a sports, step it up. Totally switching gears. Speaking of that, Elle Duncan leaving ESPN. What's your take on that?
I was like, go girl, but I'm just kind of surprised that they made her the face because she wasn't never like a huge standout on ESPN. She had a presence, but I'm happy for the sister. Good job, girl.
Yeah,
I mean, Netflix is getting in on all of this sports stuff. They just keep making money.
Whew. Yeah,
all that money.
Did they have a Christmas game again this year? I think so. I know they had one last year.
Who you talking about?
Netflix had a Christmas NFL game last year. Yeah.
I forget that.
Yeah.
Let me look. I do have a schedule. Let's see if it shows.
Yeah, they got two. Let's see. Looks like they're gonna have. Yeah, they got 2 games on Netflix this year on Christmas.
Really?
Yep.
Because I know the Warriors play on Christmas.
Let's see. They have Netflix will stream 2 games on Christmas Day: the Cowboys and the Commanders, and the Lions versus the Vikings. And then they're going to stream more games in 2026. So, yeah, they're good. They've got the NFL, and so it's the days that we grew up in where you knew where the games were. It was NBC, CBS,
and it was
ABC. Those days are long gone, and it's only going to be a matter of time. Because even now, Monday Night Football, sometimes they show it on ABC and ESPN. Sometimes it's just ESPN.
True.
Yeah,
that's sad.
It is. Because
you have elderly people that don't know about all that.
Exactly, the streaming and all that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No. All right, we're coming up on the hour. Let's see. Do you want to put a fine point on? There was a ceremony for Coach Beam.
Oh, yes. There is going to be a walk that's put on by Laney College uh, for the life, the tribute. There's going to be a walk in honor of Coach Beam next Wednesday, December 10th at 4 p.m. And they're going to walk from the Lane Bistro, and then it's going to end at Eagle Stadium uh, where he coached. So they say wear comfortable shoes, and if you're not able to do the walk, you can already meet them there on the field. The family has announced that a memorial will be held in his honor after the holidays in January near his birthday month. So there's going to be a bigger celebration of life in January, and also there's going to be something this Saturday at Everett Jones Barbecue that is put on by some Skyline alumni, but everyone is welcome. And that's at Everett Jones Barbecue at 6. I believe it starts at 6 p.m.
Nice.
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 I mean, I think we're kind of getting into reality now about it all, the feelings of it all. But
Yeah.
it's still just so unreal and so sad, and the family has to go through the holidays, all of this right before the holidays.
Yeah, a lot of tragic events going on. We want to, of course, give our condolences to the families in Stockton from that mass shooting.
Oh my word.
Just a lot of
That
stuff
kid's
going on.
father,
Yeah, that
the way
interview was
that
hard.
man, oh,
Yeah, you
the
feel
way
for
that man cried. Ah,
a
when a
children's birthday
man
party,
cries, it's a different, yeah.
but a
I
birthday
mean,
party, Felicia, a kid's birthday party.
a desensitized generation it is. All
Hmm,
these video games and guns
hmm.
on the streets and rap music, you
I mean,
know?
you're a kid at that party, you will never
Mm,
have joy in a birthday party ever again.
ever,
Um,
ever,
it's
scarred
just
forever.
it's just so sad. You just hope that enough love takes over the world, but there's some just tragic events going on right now. We just want to make sure everybody's focusing on what's important. We talk about sports or whatever, but at the end of the day,
Hmm.
you know,
At the end of the day,
life
life be
is
lifing.
be life, and so just your loved ones, hold on to them, hug them, tell people you love them. My family is shot. I'm going to send condolences
Exactly.
to my cousin Eric and the McKinney family and everyone in
Hmm.
Arkansas who we lost our cousin Lisa. So we want to hold them up in prayer. Yeah,
Definitely.
it's just that those type of things really keep your perspective on, like I say, what's important. So
Yeah, it
uh,
does. And my goddaughter lost her grandmother, who was she was just a ray of light and joy. She was so funny. Miss Seeley Wooldridge,
mm,
uh, cancer is
yeah,
cancer.
yeah, yep, yep. Well, we didn't want to necessarily end it on a down note like that, but
No, we're going to celebrate life.
exactly. But we've reached the end. Felicia, another fantastic show. Love talking sports with you. Are you will you head to another game next week, or what's your schedule like for the Warriors next week? Are they
Well,
they go on the road, right?
look, this is funny. So probably should be sharing this. But my niece got tickets for the
Uh-oh.
Cash
Oh,
Money Millionaires
you
or
going back to the
something.
9-9?
And there you go. And I was like, and then I was thinking, ooh, that's gonna be a little rough. Do I want to be there? Auntie old. But then I verified juvenile, and I love
Oh,
juvie. So I
you
was
in
like,
there then.
oh, I might have to be ratchet on that.
You in there. You in
Ju?
there.
Oh my lord. But there the Warriors do come back that night. And I'm like, oh, think I might have to. I might have to
Hey,
get my Southern bounce on.
you know, you gotta. Here we go.
Gotta
Here we
let it
go.
out sometime.
Here we go.
Ah!
Here we go.
Yes, yes, cousin. I was like, oh, I told her I was scared. I was like, girl, I'm scared to go to that concert. She started laughing. I was like, woo. She's like, well, we're on the floor. We'll be okay. And I was like, okay.
It's gonna be
And
at
then
Oracle, or where's it gonna be?
it's gonna be an Oracle.
Okay.
But then when I saw Juvie was on there, I was like, then I started looking at the different songs. I was like, ooh, because I love me some New Orleans music
Well,
and
I'm
that bounce music.
looking forward to your posting. I know you're gonna post something out there in
Hearing the
the.
stories,
Yeah, exactly. Well,
man,
enjoy
I'm
it.
gonna be up there like, no, I won't.
Enjoy it.
I can blend with anybody.
Oh yeah, you can't. You got to go have fun. You can't be.
Mm-mm.
We deal a lot into what could happen and what but you can't live your life that way either. It's just but you gotta be careful. You can't be, you still gotta
Still gotta keep your head on the swivel.
I call it you still gotta have our Negro Spidey sense, right? Which we have. You still gotta have that.
Yes.
Just
I
keep it
know when I
real.
saw the Yin Yang twins had come with B2K about 7 years ago. Eddrick, when I say I was up the whole time, I was like, I forgot they sang that song too. I was going nuts. And then one of the guys got on the bodyguard's shoulder and was going through the crowd just pumping it. I never saw Oracle outside of the Warriors go that crazy.
Wow.
People were just bouncing like this, bounce,
Yeah.
bounce, bounce. And I was just from that and Zap. When I saw Zap,
Yeah.
everybody went crazy in Sacramento. Everybody was just like,
Yeah, I saw Zap. Oh man, at a
oh,
Fresh Fest or Funk Fest or something.
oh,
But
you saw
man,
with Roger.
Roger and Zap. Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah,
And,
I saw the new Zap,
oh, you
and
saw?
they were
Oh,
bringing
okay,
it.
okay,
I
okay.
saw the old Roger too, but the new Zap was bringing it.
There's a video on, if you can Google it or go to YouTube, when Roger did a concert on BET in like '89. I clipped the audio from it, but yeah, Roger and Zap did a show for BET in '89. It's on YouTube.
Wow.
And like a time capsule. So
he didn't say, "Can I take my pants off?" Did he?
Probably.
Because he was saying that to us in 1988, and my cousin Kim was going, "Don't do it."
Well, I remember
right in the front, and she was saying to him, "Don't do it."
I do remember him taking his shirt off and playing guitar and walking because he came from the back of the building. Because I think it was on Do It Roger Do It. And you hear him, everybody's looking, and he came from behind and came down the aisle. I remember that. And
ooh, that song.
Yeah. Yeah, Roger was
that's a
Roger
bad
was
man.
something else.
Something else.
Yep. Well, all right.
Making
Let's
me
get
want to put on
here.
some music now.
Let's
do it, Roger.
That man. Ooh, all of
man, that
So
guitar.
rough, so tough.
What? That used to be my favorite.
Man.
Diddy. Oh, my mom loved more bounce. I remember she would say, "What's that? Who is that?" When you're younger and your parents don't know the music.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, I like that song."
Yep.
Yeah,
I got a real quick. I got a sound check version of Prince doing more bounce it out rehearsal. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Please don't do this to me.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Maybe and shout out to everybody. I know we actually did the song of the day, but maybe I got to start doing. I got to get back to that. But
my goodness.
Anyway, I probably shouldn't share that on them. Where I found it.
Right. Don't share. Don't share that.
Yeah. But this goes to show.
Go ahead. Goes to show.
It just goes to show how impactful Roger was, Zap, because Prince used to play their songs all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and just California Love alone.
Mm-hmm.
Just that song.
Yeah.
Everyone samples him. Yep. I mean, that's original music.
Yeah. But to be fair,
stuff.
if we want to go down that rabbit hole real quick, to be fair, More Bounce to the Ounce was actually almost a Parliament Funkadelic record because Roger from Ohio, he was all right in there with George Clinton, and I believe
George Clinton's from Ohio?
George Clinton's from Michigan, but that whole Midwest thing.
Yeah, that
But
Midwest.
I believe, I
Wow.
could be wrong. I believe in George Clinton's biography, he talks about how Roger was in some of those studios, and if you really listen to it, More Bounce to the Ounce, if you took off the vocoder, is straight up Parliament Funkadelic.
It is. It is.
Straight Parliament Funkadelic.
It
So
is. It is.
there's some consistency there. And like I say, I believe some of the same studios that maybe they worked in. But in George Clinton's biography, he talked about how Roger was a big part of. He was around, and he studied a lot from Parliament Funkadelic. So, but anyway, we went down a rabbit hole. But let's get back to
speaking of music,
yes,
I'll be quick.
Sure.
When I was up in Sacramento for the holidays, my grandnephews, they've taught themselves how to play guitar, and they were doing Jingle Bell Rock. And the youngest, well, he's only the youngest by a year, but his name is Judah. And I was like, oh, okay, he's playing guitar. The other one's doing bass. And so I tried to challenge him. I said, because the friends that I grew up with that were musicians always told me that break in controversy,
yes,
it's very hard to play. So I said to Judah, I said, okay, I'll give you a homework assignment. Just listen to Prince. Have you ever heard of Controversy? Of course, he didn't know what controversy was. My head blows open. I can't imagine. Right. But I know, you know how kids are. You know they're absorbing it.
Oh yeah.
The way they absorb it. And he went, oh, that sounds kind of hard. I said, well, you can do it. So I'm sure he's gone somewhere in the corner when I wasn't around and tried to tinker a little bit up the controversy. He said, yeah, that's kind of hard. I said, yeah, but you can do it. You can do it. So I hope he goes back and Googles controversy. I showed him Prince's picture.
Nice.
It's Purple Magic. Yeah, she's a big fan like you, Eddrick.
Oh, for sure. We in here.
Big Prince fan.
We that's all day.
I really been missing him lately. When I see a lot of his Instagram stuff, it's like,
you know, it'll be 10 years next year. 10 years.
Just grateful I saw him. And
Yeah,
so sorry to the people who didn't.
Yeah. It's we can go on and on, but that's
you
know how we get. We go down those rabbit holes, and it's a good thing.
And it's a good thing, yeah.
Yep. But another one in the books, Sports in the Bay, Felicia and Eddrick. Felicia, thank you as always. Love having a conversation with you about sports. Appreciate your insights, all of that. So thank you.
Everybody click like and subscribe. Share, please.
Share, please. Sports in the Bay, Felicia and Eddrick. We are out of here. Peace.